Good morning, everybody. It's been quite some time since I streamed. Even though this is just a streaming of a live stream, as I do every 3 months for Arknights. I have had the busy past month. I went on vacation in New Zealand, spent time with my boyfriend for a month, and then I came home and got COVID. I think I'm mainly past it now. But that was a whole affair. I know my mom's got COVID, so now I gotta deal with that. Thankfully my grandma doesn't have it yet. We quarantined her out of the house so she wouldn't get that. Let's see, what else? Probably nobody going to be joining me today, because when we did this, 6 months ago, nobody enjoyed the summer live stream and thought it was a heinous regard for the Arknights story and whatnot. Being that Aoife was just like super medic, and Swire, you know, she had her not quite swimsuit, but very much designed after her swimsuit outfit. So, any downtime I'll probably just fill with me talking about my boyfriend in New Zealand. As soon as I get this estrogen under my tongue taken care of. At the very least, I want to see what the English voice actress, the English voice actors do for the event. You know, make it all cool like they did when they had Lynn's VA.
Anniversary stream is about to start. Doctor, is all the equipment in place? Doctor? 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 Dr. Kaltzit says we should always devote our full attention to our work. Yep, all our attention. There's still lots to be done. We can't afford to have you resting. Dr. Kaltzit sent me over to check your equipment. Once we make sure everything's working, we'll rendezvous near the lift. Oh, it's all working normally, I see. Good work, Doctor. Oh, I just ran into Aoife on my way here. She's back from her volcano field survey. She told me lots about what she saw on her survey this time. I never knew volcanic rock floats on water. I'd really like to see that with my own eyes.
It's called pumice,
if I got the chance.
Anya. Pumice.
She seems more optimistic compared to before her trip, and it's
It's
so
when a
much
lot of
easier
gas
to talk
gets
to her
trapped
now.
in volcanic rock.
She also brought back plenty of presents for everyone, and the little black sheep are helping bring them in now. But halfway through our conversation, one of the black sheep suddenly hopped onto Dr. Kaltzit's head as she was walking by. So Aoife had no choice but to run after the naughty sheep. Doctor, Aoife also gave me her survey report. Dr. Kaltzit told me to remind you that you have to finish going over it before the stream starts for real. We still have a bit of time. Let's take a look together.
I do think her outfit is cute. I just wish it wasn't a summer skin. Also, from what I understand from the plot, they spend a lot less time talking about colonialism in this event, and a lot more time about moving on past the loss of loved ones or something. Along with the Lord of the Dead, who is just a giant sheep riding out of a volcano. I mean, it's pretty metal, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like we've lost the plot a little bit. Speaking of volcanoes, I got to visit quite a few in New Zealand. One of them was Rangitoto, which was the last one we visited. Came out of the ground in like 1400 Common Era. So it's only about 600 years of rock, so there's still quite a few lava fields exposed, and they're all very gritty.
How's the equipment looking?
Calcit! Hi, Calcit. I love you,
wouldn't want to see
Calcit.
this stream postponed because of a certain someone's negligence.
Dr. Calcit, the doctor did very well. Please go easy.
Fine. One more thing, Doctor. You are due for a medical examination the day after tomorrow. Do not forget. Amiya, Eyafyala has briefed me on this Siesta operation. We've detected a volcanic eruption in Siesta. Obsidian originium activity in the surrounding area is also on the rise. Obsidian is one of the minerals commonly found in Siesta. Obsidian mining and trade in its products are two critically important industries to the local economy. Although the local government has already formally banned the mining on environmental concerns, we have learned from our liaison office in Siesta that there remains a great number of citizens who continue to mine obsidian illegally. Illegal mining is a clear violation of local regulations in itself, and the miners also suffer a significantly greater risk of contracting orypathy if they are scraped by active originium during the mining process. As a vacation destination, an unknown number of orypathy sufferers hiding their infection status is extremely dangerous. Amiya, I want to hear what you think of all this.
We need to investigate and determine the number of infected as soon as possible in order to gather the requisite quantity of medicine. But before that, we need to send a medical team to Siesta immediately.
I see. That's another step forward you've taken on your path as Rhodes Island's leader.
Thank you, Dr. Calcit. But first, we need to—
Operator Salon had already reported on the situation in Siesta before Eyafyala's return to Rhodes Island. Our medics are already on their way.
Phew! I knew it!
I like Calcit's VA's like half robotic reading, because she is like half mechanical.
Was indeed a non-nomadic city before, but after the conclusion of the Obsidian Festival, its mayor, Operator Salon's father, decided to move his city to a newly developed nomadic platform. The eruption did not affect this new Siesta, but old Siesta has now sunk into the magma.
Dr.
Damn.
Calcit.
Volcanoes are dangerous
However,
business.
Eyafyala also mentioned that the little black sheep were unusually active in this operation.
I think Iceland is currently dealing with a situation where
they also created mayhem throughout.
they're hoping
Some
that
children
lava
even
doesn't
spotted
engulf
little
one of the
black sheep
towns,
surfing in the
and
lava.
it's sort of been redirected for the most part, but
Eyafyala
it's
made a
still
special
like
video
well
in
within
hopes
the
of putting a stop to the sheep's
well within the
mischief.
danger limit.
Let's watch this clip together.
Is it Harlequin Wheels gets
This
paid
a
time? Yes, it
street in
is.
Siesta? There's a bunch of Carmine critters causing trouble.
It seems Swire is leading the effort to maintain public order. Have you noticed the Carmine steam and pure white steam wafting through the streets?
I think Swire got burned by the Carmine steam.
Any operator fighting in Carmine steam-shrouded areas will receive continuous elemental damage. But there is more to the Carmine steam. Within those areas, the damage that our enemies receive is significantly reduced, while the damage that our units receive goes up. However, conversely, as soon as we enter a pure white steam-covered area, the damage modifications are flipped. Our operators gain the upper hand.
How do we break up the Carmine steam on the streets then?
Not only are the hot spring geysers one of Siesta's most renowned features, they are also the key to our victory over the enemy.
It's Madame Chen!
Operator Chen has arrived at the geyser to provide cover. From this position, our operators can spread pure white steam over the enemy.
The Lungman senior superintendents work so well with each other. But Swire's attacks are out of the reach of Madame Chen's cover.
You can also create pure white steam by breaking steam soda bottles. Steam soda is one of the Siestan Fashion Street's most famous products, and the soda bottles are also our countermeasure to dispersing the Carmine steam.
Did the tile get covered by Carmine steam again, after the Carmine sheep was defeated?
That is correct. At the same time, Dolly, Sovereign of Sheep, and some of his more unique clones can also quickly douse large areas with steam. Which is why we must maximize the geyser's effects to our advantage during this mission.
Oh no! Dolly is coming! And there are so many little black sheep behind him. Wow, the street is covered with Carmine steam.
Right. To avoid such a situation, we must be sure to bring enough soda bottles.
Lord of all sheep, drowned in soda.
Naturally, our operators are up against more than just steam. There are also certain other creatures they will have to face.
Other creatures? You mean the little sheep out on the streets?
Right. Do not let their seemingly harmless outward appearance fool you. Excessive passion can do you harm. Take, for example, the most commonly seen of the sheep, Hot Springs' mischievous rascals. Their distinguishing feature is the goodies they wear on their heads. Their intense curiosity drives them to play with anyone they see. The mischievous rascals do not have very high attack power, but once defeated, they leave behind a cloud of Carmine steam that interferes with our operators' actions.
Oh, then we've got to be careful when we run into them. Dr. Coutsit, how come you sound kinda different compared to usual?
Please, do not get the wrong idea. It was Operator Aya Fiala who named them, and I am merely reading the names out from her document. Aside from the mischievous rascals, in the area, you will also find the Hot Springs wandering vagrants, looking for toys in the surf shops.
I understand these sheep practice their skateboarding skills on the streets. They are very fast. Some say they're preparing for their upcoming lava surfing championships. Their speed aside, they also like to stack the Hot Springs mischievous rascals. But I wonder how these sheep carry such heavy things while skateboarding.
Doctor, you no doubt remember how the sheep help Aya Fiala transport objects around Rhodes Island. Using the same principle, the Hot Springs wandering vagrant first quickly accelerates its skating speed before carrying a mischievous rascal. Not only that, any tile a vagrant skates past a cloud of carmine steam will appear.
Oh, with their speed, they'll spread carmine steam all across the site really quickly.
It is critical to stop the spread of carmine steam, but we must also pay attention to any sheep that could deal additional damage to our operators. For example, the data indicates that our operators must focus on targets known as big fellas. The big fellas are enormous in size and slow in movement. They are never picky about what they eat. Sometimes, they even swallow a few mischievous rascals by mistake.
Sheep on sheep violence.
They swallow them?
Correct. In doing so, they can carry mischievous rascals around, and when they encounter our operators, attack them by spitting the mischievous rascals out. It's worth noting that the mischievous rascals that are spit out will also trail clouds of carmine steam, making it more difficult to deal with the big fellas, who have high attack and defense to begin with.
Did Aofiala mention how we can deal with them?
Although big fellas may seem difficult to overcome, their res is on the lower end. We can take advantage of this by slowing them down while inflicting arts damage to quickly neutralize them, thus taking the pressure off our melee operators.
It's a good thing we already know how to deal with them. Do the little sheep have any other forms?
The sheep have been plundering, or as Aya Fayala wrote on her report, fleecing, the shops on the scenic beachfront Fashion Street, to the point that they lost a witch hat belonging to them.
Is there anything special about the sheep that wear this kind of hat?
Any sheep that wears the witch hat will become a supernova caster, and if it is inside a cloud of carmine steam without being blocked, it can inflict arts damage to 3 operators at the same time.
Oh, that's gonna be even more of a headache for our operators. Maybe this is where the steam soda bottles we mentioned earlier come in handy.
Right. Aya Fiala mentioned this in her data too. By breaking a steam soda bottle and engulfing the supernova caster in the pure white steam released from within, it will only be able to attack a single operator.
Perhaps we could deploy some defender operators to block their attacks. It looks like it's really important to be flexible in using the soda bottles.
The trickiest of them all is Dolly, Sovereign of Sheep. Although he normally looks out for Aya Fiala, he is very competitive and takes this event seriously.
You mean this fluffy little critter that looks like an extra large pink cotton candy?
Correct. Dolly has a thick layer of wool that acts as his shield. The wool also allows him to float, which is why many have come to call him Airy Dolly while he is in this state. Dolly enjoys surfing on the lava, and once he locks onto a unit, he will unleash elated fire breathing on all tiles in a straight line in the direction of that unit.
That sounds tricky. If he's floating, only our anti-air operators will be able to do anything about him.
Right. This is why we must force Dolly to land by breaking through his wool shield. Aya Fiala made specific note of this in her operation report. Her report also mentions once Dolly makes landfall, without his wool, he turns into Frantic Dolly. Frantic Dolly can even enter a state of unintentional explosion. Once he is charged, all carmine steam from right to left will be ignited, dealing arts and burn damage to anyone caught within.
It seems that even if we break through his shield, our work is far from done.
Right. Our operators cannot block Frantic Dolly, and any operators deployed on the tiles he passes over will also be dealt arts and burn
Pearl's
damage.
apparently being a brat this morning.
Right. And if I remember
It's alright,
rightly,
she's laying on my bed
we
now.
have
She should probably
quite a
calm
few
down.
medic operators who can heal
She's
elemental
probably just
damage.
lonely.
Correct.
Isn't that right, baby?
As long as our operators read
You're
up on
just
Aya Fiala's
lonely.
research data, the sheep's behaviors are not difficult to grasp. I happen to have a clip of Siesta prepared. Let's take a look.
Yes. Hawaii. Or rather, Fantasyland Hawaii. Oh, Hummus is getting an off rec. I can deal with that. I didn't get to do the previous event because I was in New Zealand at the time. But, previously my phone couldn't get sound through it for Arknights. But when I was on my way home, and I connected to the airplane Wi-Fi, I actually fixed the sound issue.
Magical the natural world.
But by that point, I had already gone through all the stages, so the only thing I heard was the main menu music.
Siesta's famously unique, picturesque charisma remains pristine. There is no doubt she is currently assisting Dr. Warfarin. From what I have heard, she seems to be working quite well with her.
Oh, well, I wonder if that's a good thing or not.
Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
As long as Warfarin doesn't go too overboard, I suppose it should be good.
Oh, since Dr. Warfarin took Ponsiris away shortly after she came on board, you probably don't know too much about her, do you, Doctor? I'll give you a little introduction. Ponsiris was invited to Rhodes Island for arypathy treatment. That said, her condition isn't very severe, and since she's pretty adept at construction work, she is also helping us out with renovations and refurbishments to the landship's interior spaces. She is a vanguard operator, and as soon as she is deployed, she gains a certain amount of deployment points, as well as receiving increased attack and defense while the skill is in effect. And all subsequent times she uses her skill, she obtains extra DP in set intervals with unlimited duration. Her efficient DP recovery is also thanks to her solid foundation in construction.
Indeed. It matters not whether the battle has only just begun or already progressed some time. The continuous recovery of DP is particularly important. As for our other new operator, Bryophyta, Amiya, what have you heard about him?
Mossman! I like
haven't really
Mossman.
interacted with him much, so most of what I know comes secondhand from talking to other operators. He's a born and bred Siestan, and he runs an eatery called the White Volcano on the beachfront fashion street with his family. But because of the volcanic activity in the area, his family had no choice but to move to the nomadic plate, and their restaurant business hasn't been as good as it was. For his family's livelihood, he had to take up work elsewhere, and that's when he unfortunately became infected with erypathy.
I heard about the cause of his erypathy. He is extremely irresponsible with his own health.
Let's not be too harsh on him. He did it for his family. From what I heard, he's now very proactive with his checkups, and all his indicators have been trending normal.
I sure hope so.
Oh, and from what I know, although he is a melee operator, his attacks can also reach enemies positioned farther away. Once he activates his skill, his attack is increased by a certain degree, and the friendly operator with the highest block in the 8 tiles surrounding him will also receive
He's a little bit
significantly
like
increased
Whislash
defense.
almost,
But after his
in terms
skill's
of them
duration
both,
ends,
them
the
both
operator
buffing
with the buff
defense.
defense will be stunned for a few seconds.
Is that so?
But Whislash
Well
is more
then,
like a
It
squad-wide
seems we must
goal.
also deploy other
And,
operators with
Muskman's
stable output
like
around him. Otherwise,
A,
when his skill comes to
I got
an
your
end,
back type deal.
any enemy units not eliminated could break through our defensive line. Take note of this, Doctor.
Right. If we can reasonably make use of the advantages of this skill during combat, I'm sure we can greatly improve combat efficiency and eliminate large amounts of enemies in one fell swoop.
Good. I believe we have learned quite a bit about our new operators. Now, I must confess that the LGD commissioner making her way to Siesta for vacation took me by surprise.
Oh! You mean Swire. Aside from her vacation in Siesta, she also brought along an investment proposal. As soon as they finished their research on Siesta, she and Bison formed a logistics company called Mountain Com Trade and established a Siestan logistics industry. She's a really great businesswoman.
I am not particularly interested in the business world, but her abilities are worthy of regard. I hope these young operators will be able to step out of their family's shadows.
Huh? What did you just say, Dr. Kaltsit?
Never mind. Continue, Amiya.
Oh, Calcit.
Okay.
Always wishing for the best for the
Swire is
young.
wearing a very different outfit compared to usual, but that's only natural when she's there on vacation. Swire the Elegant
It's not a summer skin, we
uses
swear.
up to 3 DP every 3 seconds she is deployed. But in turn, she also gains a gold coin every time she consumes DP. And once she activates her skill, all her attacks strike her enemies twice. On top of that, she also gets an extra gold coin every time she defeats an enemy. The moment she deactivates her skill, she consumes all her coins and unleashes an attack on random enemies within range. Every coin she uses deals a certain amount of physical damage while pushing the target forward, but she can only hold up to 10 coins at a time.
Using her DP during combat as an investment? That is indeed a technique very befitting of her.
It's true that only an operator with such a unique personality could so flawlessly blend her style into combat. Huh? Isn't this the little black sheep that follows Ea Fiala around? What is it doing here?
The medical department scheduled a physical examination for her after she came back. If memory serves, her report is scheduled for pickup today. She must be nearby to collect it. Don't look at me like that, Doctor. If you have a question, you can ask her yourself. I am not here to chit-chat with you.
Dr. Calcid, please don't
It's
be
okay,
so
Calcid, I
harsh.
understand.
The doctor is just worried about Fiala's condition.
I understand, Calcid.
Right, Doctor. Fiala came back from siesta with her mother's protective coat. She told us that the coat used to be on display in the Volcano Museum. But she wanted to survey more volcanoes while wearing it, and so she brought it back. At the same time, she also brought back the words her parents left behind for her. I really can't help but admire the spirit of exploration in these scholars. You haven't seen Fiala yet? Oh. I wonder if she'll be mad if I tell you more details without her permission. All right, I'll tell you. We'll apologize to her later.
You see, Adele, magma is formed from molten rocks. They are usually packed tightly to each other, deep under this land. Rocks are pulled along by the slow, drifting mantle before colliding with other rocks at faraway places. Though separated by vast distances, they all converge into a singular life force of molten heat.
Yep.
With the long darkness endured, they will at last emerge in a brilliant eruption.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Producing a haze full of heat and life. Then a withering, all cools down and solidifies. In the end, they fall back onto the land, invigorating its soil, on which everything that grows will do so. However, those mountains of fire can also exact a deadly toll, scarring the land with terrible burns, and breathing strange hope for those who survive. We went to know there is a range of fast volcanoes from kicking
When I was in Auckland in the Auckland Museum, we visited the volcano exhibit, and it was a very sobering exhibit where researchers do their best to Pearl, stop whining. Do their best to do all their research and whatnot, but sometimes they can just end up dying the next day because of a freak accident.
This beauteous scenery,
and they can't even really tell it happened. It's just one moment they're there and next one they're gone.
Of crustal movements and vast seas
Power of fire is very
sputtering
dangerous.
lava. It felt as though we had lived multiple lifetimes. We are the fortunate few who found a mystery that both of us fell in love with.
Hi, Pearl. Calm down, Pearl. I'm
If
right here.
only the magma coursing through this land had flowed a little slower.
Just as Fiala's parents said, the volcanoes bring destruction, but at the same time, they also create hope. Fiala inherited her parents' ambition and followed in their footsteps studying volcanism. Her persistence in surveying volcanoes and preventing catastrophes has also had a great effect on her Originium arts. Once Fiala, the Vitaska, activates her skill,
Why are there
her attack
Seaborn
range
here?
expands to cover the entire battlefield. And she heals partial amounts of HP and elemental damage in bursts of 5, prioritizing healing different targets. Her second talent, increases the max HP of friendly units within attack range, as well as helping them resist elemental damage. While her talent is active, this can be increased 5 times over.
God, it's so big.
Compared to most medic operators, Aya Fiala's skill has great effect in recovering and decreasing elemental damage. And once it activates, her healing range is no longer limited. All deployed operators will receive her healing effect. If we can deploy Aya Fiala in a relatively safe position, it will give us
It's
the
the same issue as Golden Glow. You no longer have to worry about position if you can just
That is indeed
do your
an
whole
unimpeachable
thing,
strategic plan for her
clear out of the
deployment.
way where no one's gonna
Aya
bother
Fiala's
you.
strength, from a medical standpoint, and her dependability make her an irreplaceable asset.
And like that's one of the
Amiya,
that's
I'm
supposed to be one of the
determined you need to
balancing
take a
factors for
break.
ranged units
come to the
is
cafe with me.
you kind of still need to put
Okay,
them
Dr.
somewhere
Katsit.
within range
Sitting down for a
where
chat is a fine idea.
they ideally
But this conversation
can still
really
be
has
hit
me
by
thinking of all the
something.
new interesting things that happened on this trip to Siesta. It makes me want to go see the new Siesta for myself. Doctor, let's go there together on our next vacation, can we? And you can come with us, Dr. Kaltsit.
Siesta is changing. Any novelty to be found there also comes with risks. We must remain vigilant at all times.
But it would be so nice if we all got to go together. Both of you could use a vacation.
I'm sorry,
That
Amiya,
said,
but we only know
Adequate
work.
rest and recreation are essential. Doctor, as long as you can take care of both yourself and Amiya, I will allow it.
Yay! But I can take care of myself. Oh, right. If we go to Siesta, we'll get to meet Bryophyta too. Though we'll run into those mischievous sheep we talked about on our way there. But I'm sure our trip will go just fine with you coming along, Doctor.
Speaking of Bryophyta, Amiya, you mentioned earlier that his family runs an eatery called White Volcano. Is that correct?
Right. And I heard
don't know who you are, Diggs, but hey, what's up?
Collect from the
How you doing?
mischievous sheep there for goodies. Aside
Unless
from
you're a bot, in which
Bryophyta's
case,
token,
still,
there's
how you
also
doing?
some
I'll just
trip
kill
to
you
the
later.
White Volcano furniture, headhunting permits, module materials,
Man,
and
we are
much
just gonna
more.
have nothing but events for like the
Which
next
means that
month
the
or
more
so.
fluffy critter
We got
world
this,
have,
then we
the more
have
goodies
the
we can buy.
I see. Indeed.
Durn
Resource
event
stockpiling and
rerun.
planning have long been an issue
And then I don't know what
Lord
else.
faces when it comes to operating
Then I think
trade.
there's another rerun.
In that case, it seems we must trust in our doctor's abilities.
I'm having to
And
lean
the
way
doctor's
over to
like,
keep Pearl
"It'll
from
be
making
fine.
noises.
It'll be fine.
She's a little bit of a brat this morning.
Right. I will leave it to you
Aren't
to
you,
supervise,
baby?
Amiya.
A little bit of a brat.
Okay.
Back to the subject of Siesta. Our operators, especially Aya Fiala and Swire, have gone through a lot there.
They gotta stop
Their
making
new
banners with
appearances
2
are a
new
testament
6
to their
stars.
growth.
They just stop doing
I
it.
just can't
Stop.
help being surprised, no matter
My
how many
my friend
times I
Tiff
look at them.
recently posted
It
a
feels so different from before.
list
Aya
that had
Fiala
all
looks
the
so much
operators
more
that
like
don't
a
have a
volcano
skin,
researcher in her protective gear.
and
Oh, and
every
looking
6-star
closer,
operator
her
has
staff
gotten a
has these
skin
colorful
with it
branches and leaves now.
that's like no more than about a year
Yes.
old.
It just goes to show how Aya Fiala has resolved
However,
the issues that
when it
once
comes to
racked her
5
heart.
stars or 4 stars,
On the other hand,
Matsumaru,
Swire is
it has
shining
been
just as
like
bright as
1700
ever.
days
She makes such an impression
since the
on
beginning of the
everybody
game,
whenever
and they
she
have
shows
not
up.
gotten a skin. It's like,
With luck, you'll meet the two of
it
them
really
during
shows
this limited
that there is
headhunting
a
Cloudtop Lucid Dreams.
I
that
hope
there
you'll
is a
witness our
biasy
2
issue
operators
in
return
terms
very
of who gets
soon.
skins and who doesn't.
What's more, Siesta has prepared some gifts for us.
Like
That's
that's
right,
at
Doctor.
least a 3-year
While the event-
differential.
and is
minimum.
ongoing, as long as you pay Siesta a visit, you'll obtain a Footprints of the Clouds headhunting permit. Using this special headhunting permit, you'll get to do a single 10 roll for free on the Cloudtop Lucid Dreams banner.
Yeah, I'll just pull till
And I
till a
believe
6-star
there's even more?
after the
Of
after all the free
course.
rolls,
Just
and then I'm
as
gonna call it.
always, the doctor will be able to
I am not
headhunt
interested in
on
this at
Cloudtop
all.
Lucid Dreams for
If anything,
free
I'll just
once
roll with
per
Moss
day.
Man, and he's
The
free.
chance
I can
refreshes
live with
every
free.
day, and they don't accumulate.
I
Be
mean,
sure
I
you
have
don't
less
miss a
than 10
single one.
operators to E2. Like
That's
I am.
not all. I just
I
got
am good
word
at
that
this point.
Siesta prepared a sign-in event for the doctor's upcoming trip there.
Oh, I've heard of this. The sign-in event will last 14 days, and the doctor will be able to obtain its many rewards by accumulating 10 sign-ins. From what I understand, the third day of cumulative sign-in grants the custom furniture hot tub, while the 8th day rewards you with Chestnut's casual vacation attire.
The little black sheep looks so cute bathing in magma. Must be piping hot.
Doctor, do remember to show up on time.
I'm sorry, Amia, but I have
Next
to
up,
correct you.
as is
If
customary,
it is exposed to
let
air,
me
it
hand
is
it
no
over to
longer
Anya
magma,
to
it is
talk
lava.
about the Siesta
Thank you.
graffiti wall event.
I'm sure the doctor is very familiar with this event already. But okay. During the event period, the doctor can draw 2 strips from the Siesta graffiti wall each day to obtain a rundum. The highest amount of a rundum drawn is awarded to the doctor. If you end up getting less than 400 rundum that day, you will be given an additional draw the next day. However, the number of strips you can draw on any given day maxes out at 3. In short, it's an event that gives you chances to score lots of rundum just for logging in.
It does
While this is
sound
going
like a
on, I'm going to be
considerable
reading
number.
something about trans people.
Doctor, it's not just Siesta. Rhodes Island has also prepared a small gift for you. It should reach you immediately after our stream.
You can use it as part of your supplies on your trip to Siesta.
Although you'll be visiting Siesta, it still isn't quite the ideal sightseeing hotspot yet. Siesta is still in a difficult transitional process following its move, and it needs new investment projects more than ever. Operator Swire's on-site investigation
Yes,
has determined
90,000
that the new
LND.
Siesta
Oh,
has
and I need that
substantial
polyprep,
development
thank you.
potential.
Thank you
Right.
all, thank you.
I've also heard that Swire asked Snowcent to run a small shop there.
Indeed. It would seem Operator Swire has matured quite a bit. The new Siestan commercial sector has yet to take shape. Operating a shop all on her own will likely be a challenge for Snowcent.
I
Small
like her
boutiques are a
her
dime a dozen in
outfit with
Siesta. To stand out from the
with
competition,
the binder
you
clip
must
that
be able
she's
to
using
provide
to
the
hold her
store
outfit
with both
together.
a distinctive lineup of products and a suitable business strategy.
Yes,
She's got that dollar
Snowcent's shop
store
sells
cosplay
mainly
out
drinks, meals,
outfit
and
going on.
souvenirs. The customers that visit her shop every day are from all over, and they each have their own preferences. Doctor, you need to help Snowcent plan out what items to stock in the shop and the sales strategy for the day, based on current market conditions to maximize her profits.
I'm
In
not a
that case,
capitalist.
I believe
I don't
we will
do
need
this.
to secure an information advantage over our adversaries via certain special channels.
That's right. When stocking and selling items, we can ask around to get a handle on our business rivals' strategies in order to better formulate our own and increase our revenue. There's a limit to how many times we can ask around each day, and this is based
It's alright,
on our
Pearl.
total earnings.
It's alright, calm down.
It sounds like the doctor will have to formulate the shop's business strategy well then.
This will be easy for the doctor, I'm sure. Isn't that right, Doctor?
Uh-huh.
I've also
Whatever you say,
heard
Amia.
that to develop their tourism sector, Siesta has added a lot of new fashion styles. Let me talk a little bit about Siesta's newest signature outfits.
Oh, come on, Pearl. Come on.
This is my first time
Are
seeing
you hitting
these
the
3
limit?
Rhodes Island operators
Do you not
posing
want
in the
to lay
same
on my
photo.
bed no more? Are you that stir crazy?
It looks like Operator Golden Glow wasn't prepared to be in the picture.
I think you're right. She's even holding a watermelon. That's so cute, don't you think?
Judging by the look on the doctor's face, I think you'll have to reveal more about these outfits, Amia.
I don't
No problem.
need more about summer
Gabriel
outfits,
the
Calcid.
Invincible looks
Don't
just
put
as
words
cool
in my
as
mouth.
ever in this new outfit. From what I've heard,
Although
this
I
outfit
am
has
very
Gabriel the
I
Invincible
do
showing her
like
beautiful tail on
Gabrielle's
purpose.
no cock shame outfit.
Her blue and white top, her woven
I
hair,
remember when
and
we talked about
glistening
this
hat
during
make
the
her
Durn event
look
live
all the
stream,
more charming.
and
Even her
just
weapon's
how
look
Gabrielle
has
just
been
had her
improved to match her
just had her
outfit.
crotch out.
Perhaps Operator Eunectes can help her maintain her new weapon.
Though I can tell Gabrielle's new outfit is both lightweight and practical, it must make combat a lot easier.
Next, let's discuss Operator Golden Glow's outfit. Amia, it seems you're particularly interested in this one.
I am. I understand the designer gave the outfit a great deal of thought, and she finalized the design after referencing Golden Glow's personal character and stature.
I
The
know
design
Nami
is indeed
loves,
quite
loves
creative.
her golden glow.
Golden Glow looks so much more like the warm, cute girl she is. I'm sure this outfit has her absolutely delighted. It puts her at the center of attention, both on and off the battlefield.
Concealing her combat prowess with fashion is indeed a formidable strategy.
That's right. Speaking of which, Myrtle's new swimsuit is pretty remarkable too. The heart-shaped goggles, graceful frills, and reflective suitcase all match her mischievous and adorable personality.
Yeah, I don't
It
want to
feels
hear
like
about
it's been
Myrtle's
so
outfit.
long since I've
I'm
taken a
okay
trip.
with that. I'm okay with not
If
knowing
you
about
ever
Myrtle's
have some free
outfit.
time in your schedule, we can take one together.
I hope it comes to pass. Back to the outfit.
Oh,
I believe
I wouldn't
Myrtle's
mind
flag she
taking a
uses
picture
in
together as
combat
a
has
family,
seen
though.
some subtle changes too. By the way, I want to ask about the duck.
That's her new mount, but she can only ride it inside Rhodes Island's base. But back to outfits. 8 additional popular fashion styles will also be back on shelves for a limited time. I hope they'll meet your expectations, Doctor.
I like how they're rerunning
Chenna
Shin's
Halungde's
outfit
10,000
just so in
Mountain
case you get
will also
Shin,
be
they're
back
like,
on
okay,
store
here's
shelves.
the fix-it
I
skin.
recall this outfit
We're not
was
gonna make you
quite
wait. Here's the
popular
fix-it
during its
skin. Go
initial
buy it
run.
now.
That's right. This
And that's
outfit
exactly
made a
what I'm gonna
huge
do if that
splash among
happens.
Rhodes Island operators at the time, thanks to its rich Eastern
Pearl.
characteristics.
We must also
Aw,
mention that the Rhodes
alright.
Island Fashion Review event will begin alongside our 4th anniversary celebration. A total of 84 operator outfits will be available in the store once again for a limited time.
Wow, 84! Looks like the doctor will be busy picking outfits. If you missed any of them before, be sure to take this chance to buy them. Now, since this is a celebration, Rhodes Island will also stock 2 new furniture sets.
According to our purchase order, these are the Explorer's Dream Research Cabin and Trip to the White Volcano.
That's right! The Explorer's Dream Research Cabin is modeled after Aya Fiala's recollections. A fluffy rug, a climbing wall designed after volcanic rock, a tarp, volcanic floor tiles. Every single item helps immerse you in the mysterious ambiance of volcanism.
It's called an expedition hut, but there are many furnishings that have no purpose in scientific research.
You're absolutely right, Dr. Kaltsit. Both the big plushie and the chalkboard are just Aya Fiala's style.
What of the other furniture set?
Right. This set is made to resemble a siestan eatery, based on the recollections of Bryophyta and our other operators who have visited. The design really brings out the enthusiasm and dreamlike feeling inherent to Siesta as a coastal city.
Yes, the round outdoor table, the surfboard racks, the framed painting, and the bar counter. Indeed, all siestan style. To celebrate the 4th anniversary of Rhodes Island's voyage, as well as Siesta's new beginning, Closure and Swire have joined forces and released a number of new bundles.
To quote Closure, with all these products at such deep discounts, no wallet is safe.
As for each bundle's contents, let us start with the 4th anniversary packs released by Siesta, each of which contains a multitude of growth materials. The Hot Springs Tour Pack and Volcano Revelry Pack contain large amounts of Originite Prime, headhunting permits, and certain module resources. The Siestan Sightseeing Pack contains Originite Prime, as well as high-grade growth materials such as nucleic crystal sinters and bipolar nanoflakes. Meanwhile, the Holiday Immersive Pack contains materials such as Arundum.
Furthermore, we will also have 4 special training packs in stock. You can use the training invitation letter and training apparatus to quickly train our operators.
Looks like Siesta is well prepared this time. They've considered all the assistance that the doctor might require.
Huh? What is Swire's briefcase doing here?
Closure's store doesn't turn anyone away.
Rhodes Island has also prepared a full arsenal of logistical support for you, Doctor. Not only do we have the chip packs that you're no doubt familiar with, we also have these all-new material issue voucher packs. Once purchased, you can choose the resources and materials you need, but this is limited to 2 packs per month.
Lastly, to help our new and returning doctors catch up to Rhodes Island's current progress, starting from the 4th anniversary, the Procurement Center will also see the introduction
I don't know
of
if I missed
starter and
anything.
recalibrate
Probably not
fit-in
important.
packs.
Whoa, that's great news! Now our doctors can adjust to difficult battles much more easily.
Right. The doctor will be informed of further details later via our official channels. I hope that these resources will provide the doctor with all necessary assistance. Next up, Amia. Perhaps you can tell us about the new operators that will be available in open recruitment?
Right. This time we will have Thorns, Andriana, Kiave, Beeswax, and Jay added to the recruitment pool.
Any open recruitment slots will be forcibly refreshed at the time of the update. Please be extra careful, Doctor.
Now
You're
everybody
always
can have
so
Jay.
vigilant, Dr. Calcit. This isn't the first time. I'm sure the doctor won't forget. It seems like it was only yesterday that the doctor came back to Rhodes Island. We've been through so very much together.
That was the starting point.
What are Jay's
And Rhodes
tags?
Island has undergone significant
Fast
change
redeploy
since.
DVS.
Have you been taking good care of the medals we've been awarding you every year? I knew it. Thanks for maintaining them so well, and thank you for always being here with us, Doctor.
In that case, I ask you to take the utmost care of this 4th anniversary medal as well.
Take the utmost care of it.
I don't get mine until August.
I'm just teasing. Oh, right. I hear the kitchen has prepared a lot of tasty treats for today. Let's go take a look.
That reminds me, I am a little thirsty. I'll join you.
Yeah, Doctor. Let's get going.
The workload this time exceeded my expectations. I wonder how much more there is.
Don't be so impatient, Dr. Calcit. It's going to get even better after this. Huh? What's going...
I have no idea what's happening. I was just doing base maintenance and then Dolly came in.
It seems the mischievous sheep disrupted our screen signal just now. I hope nobody saw anything weird.
It was
As
a little
I said
weird.
earlier, do not be fooled by their outward appearance.
No need to be so serious, Dr. Calcit. This is that part I mentioned where it gets better. You see, Doctor? Rhodes Island has prepared a special video clip for the 4th anniversary.
Is it the vlog that Operator Golden Glow mentioned before?
Dr. Calcit, couldn't you have kept the suspense going for just a little longer? Sheesh.
Oh, you mentioned a special video clip, and it was the first thing that came to mind. Amiya, your singing is unexpectedly impressive.
Not at all. I only played a very small part. It's all thanks to your planning.
The exhibition hall as it is now is the result of all our operators' hard work.
Right. This video actually records all of us brainstorming together. I can only show you a small part of it now, but I hope you won't mind watching it with us.
You heard her, Doctor. Now, if you would, Amiya.
And these stories are forever in our hearts. Had our backs through thick and thin.
This is the promotional video they posted the other day.
No matter what tomorrow may bring, we'll stick together, we'll stick together. We're unshakable, this bond unbreakable. We're unshakable.
Oh no, this is a different promotional video. This is for a CD, I guess.
It seems the sheep have a soft spot for Amiya's singing.
Dr. Calcit, you've been teasing me the entire day today. Golden Glow was part of it, too. Everyone did an excellent job.
Yes, everyone performed admirably.
The complete song and video will be released at a later date. Please stay tuned to the official Arknights channel. Remember to keep a close watch.
Hi,
Over
Blue
the past
Vega.
6
How you
months,
doing?
Rhodes Island has been through a lot together and triumphed over many crises. Each and every operator has undergone some changes, no matter how small. Which is why the meme-making event I'm about to share is a good opportunity to show all
You
of them
tired
how
from
much
work?
you care.
I wish I
Find
could
our
feel like that.
operators'
I haven't
most
been to work
interesting
in
and
like
special features, and
basically
make
a
memes
month.
for them.
I went back the
Personally,
day after I got
have never
home, and
doubted how much the
then I got
doctor
COVID, so I couldn't
cares
keep
for
working.
all our operators.
How am I supposed to get paid?
That's right. That's exactly why you can't miss out on this. Just by uploading your meme to the official community and including the anniversary event tag,
I'm okay though.
you'll score a chance to win merchandise rewards.
At this point, it's just like a
Oh,
small
but
cough,
Dr. Calcit,
like
I'm not
a couple
very
times
good
a
at
day.
drawing.
Not to worry.
I don't think
Amiya.
I
A leader
think I got
needn't be
most of
good
my
at
voice
everything.
back. I don't know.
Besides, for
I
an
don't know
event
if I can
like
really
this,
do any VA
it's the
work
thought
at the
that
moment,
counts.
but
You're so tremendously observant, which is why you will find the last sheep.
Oh, right! Don't forget, Doctor. Setting aside what we just talked about, we also have fun events outside the game.
this will
First
not
off,
get me to
we
join
have
the
our
Discord,
usual
Amiya.
birthday cards.
It's not
But
gonna
this
happen.
year's birthday cards are quite different from before. Aside from the usual well wishes and drawings, this time we also have many hidden cards waiting for the players to collect every day. Perhaps some of us have already collected a great number. Doctor, If you haven't participated yet, be sure to check out all the congratulatory anniversary messages. Of course, even more than that, we want to see you leave a message.
As I just said moments ago, it's always the thought that counts.
Secondly,
Thank you,
the cute
Calcit.
sheep will show up on the webpage to play a game of hide and seek and combination. Doctor, you'll have to swap icons of sheep, bodies, and states to connect 3 identical icons together.
Is
and
Zombie
make
just
them
gonna stay
disappear.
small forever?
The icons that you
Look,
manage
look,
to
she's a
successfully
teenager.
appear
She's
will
growing.
appear in the
She just
combination panel on the right.
growth
Once you have
halt,
a face,
you know?
a body, and
Yeah,
a
you
state,
got that
you can
growth
form a
stall, and then
complete
like
little
boom,
black
you get
sheep
like 6
and
feet tall.
obtain an even
Happens
higher
every time.
score. Different combinations and orders will form different sheep.
I believe in our
At
daughter.
the same time, there are also many more rewards waiting for you.
I mean,
Doctor,
she is like
I
14,
really hope
so
I haven't been fooled by their outward appearance.
sometimes
Next, we
growth
have
comes in
another
like
mini-game.
spurts and
This is
whatnot.
a game where you can keep
I
collecting delivery orders around the city.
dang,
and
how long
earn
was puberty
coins
for
to
me?
reach
That
your
was
management
like
goal.
20 years ago.
This should be no problem to you with your
And then 10
experience
years
in
ago.
managing Snowzin's
No.
shop.
It's 20
Looks
years
like
ago,
we
then
have quite
8
a few
years ago.
events going on.
Yeah.
I'm concerned this could be a problem for a certain someone's
Yeah, so
memory.
sometimes it just takes a while.
You don't have to worry. Siesta has provided us a sightseeing guide. In addition to the sights and cultural spots around the city, it also goes into great detail on all these events.
Well then, Doctor. You know what to do.
Next up is a segment that all of us are so excited about. Ta-da! It's the annual merchandise announcement time. Aside from our
Oh,
cute
special
practical
merch.
products,
Okay, I still
we
haven't
also
gotten
have our
the
annual
manga
gift
that you
box.
promised me last time,
Let me take a
Amiya.
look.
I ordered that.
This year's theme
and
is
then I
Terra
didn't get it.
Vitorum. It seems there is an art book made just for the Doctor in the box, as well as plenty of bundled merchandise.
Right. As soon as you open the box, you find a small desk mat with a very unique design.
As far as I
And the
know, these
Doctor
art
will have
books
a
are just
random
like
operator inside the
a
headhunting
collection
box
of
to
some of
enjoy
the
alongside the art book.
some of the stuff you can
The
find
included
online,
picture
like the
chronicles the story of
promotional
Rhodes
art and
Island.
whatnot.
And
They're
I
not
hope
like
these operators will help you look back
they're not like
on
that art
all the
book
memories we
that
made
they
together.
came out with a couple
At the
months
same
ago
time,
and
we
still
also
haven't
have a set
shipped
of
out.
bracelets for the
It's
Doctor.
currently sold out.
It is our
and
hope
I want
these
to buy
bracelets
it.
will reinforce your belief that Rhodes Island stands
But I
with you
couldn't at the
forever.
time because I was buying the manga,
The
which
next
also hasn't been
product
shipped
is
out.
the star of our 4th anniversary.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Fiala.
The sheep-shaped cape covers her fully, making this an especially unique plush.
This Fiala plushie is small and easy to carry around. You can even hang her on your bag and take her outside with you. That way, no matter where you are, you'll always have a merry companion there with you.
The next product will no doubt provide a great deal of convenience to our Doctor's daily lives and journeys.
To fulfill our Doctor's many ever-changing needs, we designed 2 carrying cases with unique characteristics. They will serve you well, whether you use them as portable carrying cases during your travels or as practical storage at home.
The storage of small objects is indeed a vexing problem. This cleverly designed storage case will single-handedly solve this problem for our Doctors.
Next, I'd like to introduce the regular anniversary celebration products. This time we've added some special designs.
Our operators' many weapons and combat styles have no doubt left a deep impression, and our glow-in-the-dark metal badges this time employ unique designs that particularly showcase these special characteristics of our operators.
You know that Mjolnir
care-
one's gonna sell out.
Fully selected 3 operators for our line of badges this year. And I hope the hint of light they provide will accompany you through your darkest nights. Next, we have 2 especially thoughtful and exquisite products. They are items that our doctors no doubt know and love, and we adapted them into our product designs this time.
The first is the Arundum that is used as tokens across the lands of Terra.
Yeah, they do have pretty
In
ridiculous
addition,
shipping prices.
We also have the more
like
unique and precious
the manga was
Arknight Prime.
$45 and then added on
It's
like
worth
another
mentioning that
$27.
these two products have both undergone specialized
which
modification
was
processing.
like
The
a 50%
originator has
increase
been
in price.
forged
Yeah, it
into
costed
an
like
elegant
70-something
necklace
dollars
with
in
utmost
total with
care,
shipping.
while the Arundum
That's
is
part of the
made with
reason
a
why I didn't get the art
distinctive
book, because the
brooch.
art book was even more
This
expensive
way, not only
and
can
would have
you
had even
appreciate
more
their
shipping
beauty,
price.
you can also wear them as
But now that I
fashion
have,
accessories.
now that I separated out
Anya,
my purchases, I wanted
believe
to
you
go
have
get
a
it.
small additional surprise
But I
for the
couldn't get it
doctor.
because it's sold out. So instead, I just bought
I may have called it
a commission
surprise,
from
but I'm sure
Togi
the doctor has already figured it out.
with Matsumaro and
Ta-da!
Podenko because I am predictable
It's
like
our
that.
usual plushie time.
Plushies. Indeed.
Let me
Out of all our
see if I can
merchandise, they
show
rank
that all.
fairly high in terms of popularity.
That's right. The ones we have on display this time are Neural, Blemishine, and Molnar. And
I have to
we
make sure I
also
save
have
that.
Exusier,
Did I?
who is always collecting gifts for us, as well as the star of our event,
Or did I download it?
Eyathiala. Look,
No, this was.
doesn't their cuteness stir your heart?
This was over
We also
the,
brought with us another product equally as practical and beloved by our doctors.
Ta-da! This is the
let's
satchel
see.
that Exusier carries around, and it has a Penguin Logistics logo printed on top. Not only is it practical, it's also teeming with brand identity.
This time we chose DuPont Tyvek for the material, giving the satchel a quality feel
I'm
and
looking.
outstanding
I'm
visual
looking.
effect.
Hold on.
Not to mention the environmental contributions the material provides.
Next, we have some cute straps inspired by our operators. Whether you put them on your satchel or use them as keychains, they'll let you feel your operator's constant companionship.
You may choose the operator straps based on your personal preferences. If you collect all of them, you will find that each of the straps emphasizes one of the operator's unique traits.
These straps also come with a small accessory that's closely related
Let's
to their
see. This
corresponding
is
operator.
very, very big, so
hope
I
you'll
need
like
to
them.
downsize it.
The next product we have is a combination of both leisure and practicality.
Oh,
Still
isn't
too
this
big.
the operator headhunting
Come on,
pack
it's
that
small.
we all know and love?
Indeed it is. But notice that this is not
Almost there.
simply a bag. When opened, you will see a comfortable blanket hiding within.
There we
the
go.
doctor is in need of an afternoon
There we
nap,
go. That's what I
this can
commissioned.
be used as a pillow. And when it is cold, the blanket inside can be
I don't know
removed
where
for
I'm gonna.
use.
I don't know how I'm gonna
Oh, Dr.
reuse it. I
Patsy,
might have to
Do
use
you
it as
remember
a
the New Year's gourmet feast event that
as
we
a
ran last year?
streaming thing
Yes,
where
I do.
like use in case I
Has it
get
really
mad.
been
Put
a
this in the
whole
corner. I
year
think we're gonna have to
already?
kill this guy.
I took lots of pictures of the doctor gorging on food back then. Many of the entries were included in the last chapter
Yeah,
of Rogue's
Togi did a great
Kitchen
job, and I
Tidbits.
managed to convince
this
Togi to
time,
get into
We'll be
Matsumaro and
releasing
Podenko
a
as well.
physical version of the manga.
Oh, hey!
Those photographs indeed left quite an impression.
Speaking of Matsumaro and Podenko, this
Yes.
is one of the only
Although it seems
places in
sometimes
official
the doctor's passion
literature
pushes
where they
me
are
even
actually
now.
within 3 feet of each other.
More details on
So
the
I'll probably
manga
be
will
buying this
forthcoming.
simply because of that.
Be sure to stay tuned to news from
See?
our official
Topical.
store. That concludes all the merchandise we have for you today, Doctor. As per usual, to commemorate this live stream, we have some store rewards for you. Let's take a look at the interesting goodies we're offering this time. The first is one that goes with our new merchandise. During the event period, any doctors who purchase anything
nice,
from
a
the
discount
store will
code.
get a single pair of paper glasses.
The problem is
As for
I've
the
already
second
paid
goodie,
for manga.
remember
Well,
the
I've already
special
ordered manga for the
live
month of
stream
January.
discount code, doctors. You'll get
Because
$5
I am
off
a
just for
I am a
entering
smart
this code
shopper
when you
and I
complete
know
your
how
order.
to budget.
You could also be among the first to receive
So,
news on our latest products and
Buying
discounts
things at the
by following
moment
our
is
store and
slightly
official
difficult,
accounts on
especially
Twitter.
since I'm
Let
not
us
really
see
going to
each
get
other
paid
on the
for the
Yostar
month of
store.
January all that much.
Phew, I'm feeling
because
all
I didn't work
tapped
all
out.
that much in December
Anya,
due to my vacation,
need to
and
get
I'm not
some
gonna get paid
rest.
all that much in February because it has been half a month
I'm
and I've worked
alright.
1 day.
Thanks for your concern, Dr. Calcit. Oh, by the way, Closure sent me a siesta commercial clip.
It's not like
I don't think I've shown it
it's
to the
not like I'm
doctor yet.
completely in the
Let's
red,
watch it together.
but I'm also I'm trying to check my my bank account right now. I'm sure this isn't important. Okay, yeah, so you know how much I got paid for December? I got paid $270. That's how much I got paid this month.
It's a tourism promotion. The information
So
provided is acceptable.
My
That's
my
right.
rent and
It
student loan
really
amount that comes
showcased
out
the
every month
beauty
is
of the
about
Siesta
$1,000.
Right. I have one
So as you
more
might
thing I
imagine,
want
I'm
to
not
show you, Doctor.
I'm not really in the best location financially.
We've been through a lot together the past year. The places we've visited, the people we've helped.
Sorry,
are
capitalism,
truly
you can't
thankful for the
squeeze more out of me.
sacrifices we've made.
I'm
No
bone
matter
dry.
how difficult a mission is, all of us at Rhodes Island can bring it to a successful conclusion together. Doctor, which mission has left the strongest impression on you? Huh? The ones I went on with Amia?
Cal said,
As
please, I'm
long
trying to
as
be a
you're
good
here by
parent.
my side, I'll keep doing my best to get stronger.
Amia, with great power comes great vulnerability. You need to properly rest and recuperate during your off time between missions.
Cal said, take your own
Right.
advice.
I'll be sure to do that. Speaking of recuperating, Doctor, I really want to try those volcanic hot springs. And the Siestan street food, too. I've heard it's amazing.
The presents that Aya Fiala brought back should all be in place already. Amia, perhaps you should take a look and see if there's anything you want to claim as your own.
Really? So does that mean our meeting has come to a successful close?
Yes, it does.
Doctor, I'm off to unbox those presents. See you later. Bye-bye.
Ah, they're so cute. How dare they be mean with Amia. The event will be super cute, yeah. Let's see, I'm in the top 2% of players. All the episode medals, I think those include the challenge modes, and there's just not really enough time for all that. There's more top ops than there are senior op recruitments. God, why is Suitor the top most used assistant? God, Suitor is just unfortunate. Is just like she's just stupidly popular, and she has no personality. And I wish she had personality. Oh, why do people like Suitor so much? Because she has no personality. She is literally just a design.
Every birth has a meaning. If you have
Like,
yet
okay,
to
so
find
I like
yours,
Suitor, but I genuinely like Suitor because I
Hello,
like
doctors.
Itrian Odyssey.
I'm Sarah
okay?
Sue, the voice behind Keltsit, and I'm honored to celebrate Arknights' 4th anniversary with all of you.
Like, personality-wise,
Keltsit
Suitor
is
is a
one of the
massive,
first characters
massive
to appear in
bitch.
Arknights' main theme
Like, completely.
storyline, and her footsteps
But
blanket the
at the
whole
same
continent
time,
of Terra.
there's also the potential
Over the past
for,
1,000
like,
years, her shadows have passed
she
over
could
the
be
many
ancient,
forces at play
she
on
could
the
be,
land.
like, from an
Wheresoever
Aragon
a fire
past,
ravages,
walking
she is
through
there to
light.
put
It's
it
like,
out.
she's
Although the person
atmospherically
she once
really
was has been
cool,
lost to history,
and, like, the way
Keltsit
she
has
talks
gained much,
is, like,
much more.
completely prose-based.
She is more than
But
the
then
product
other
of a
people,
past
but then when
civilization with a
anybody does
mission to
anything with
fulfill.
her, they're just
She
like, oh,
loves
she's
Terra,
sassy
and
ice
she
cream
loves
girl,
the people of the land.
and that's it. That's all they see
We
for
still
her.
have
It
a
was like
long way to the
she
future,
could be
and I
so
hope that
awesome
all
and
of you
so
doctors will
weird,
continue to journey alongside
and they just don't do
Keltsit
anything
in the
with her.
upcoming storyline.
They just
And
don't
I
do
hope you
anything
will
with her.
enjoy
They
my
just put her
take
in a
on
swimsuit
Keltsit.
and let her have ice cream. That's it.
I am thankful that I'm not a mere machine.
She
From the moment I walked into the forgotten
hang
dust,
hang on. I gotta listen to Keltsit
I've been
talk.
seeking that primal answer.
Thank you, Keltsit.
I'm your bodyguard again, just like old times, Doctor. And it's not just a job, it's a reunion. That's something worth cherishing. Happy anniversary, Doctors! I'm Jessica Preddy, the voice behind Texas.
But anyway,
I'm so
yeah,
happy to have
that's
this
my
chance
opinion
to
of
say
Suitor.
hello to you.
She
and
she actually
celebrate
does
this
have
anniversary
a
together.
monthly
The
mapping in
character I play,
IS4,
Texas, is
which
a
goes
complex
into detail about what the sword
On the
is,
surface,
and basically
she
it's
works
a
for Penguin
Jotun,
Logistics in Lumen, living a
enormous
peaceful life, with the
Sarkaz
occasional fight,
thingy.
explosion, or car
its head
chase.
somewhere in Kasdal.
But that Texas surname
But that still doesn't
burdens
answer
her
anything
with a
about who
profound
Suitor
background
is
full of dark
before she
secrets.
was Suitor.
She
Because the thing
once
with
tried to
Sarkaz, the
leave her
Sarkaz
past
aren't
behind,
actually people until they
but
pick up a
it eventually
weapon, and I
caught
don't
up
mean
with
that
her
offensively, I
led
just
her
mean like
back
they
to
don't have an ego
Syracuse.
structure.
There,
Their
she
ego
went
structure is
through
inherited
a
by the weapon
lot.
that they pick up. Same case with W, and
Adventure,
W wasn't
intrigue,
W until W
rivalry,
became W.
a big bad wolf, and, most important of all, she found a group of like-minded friends.
I still
It
keep the
all
opinion
served
that
to
Suitor's
strengthen
like very
Texas's
ancient,
conviction. She's done wavering,
and before
and she
becoming
trusts
who she
that
is
together
now,
with
she was
her
a different
friends,
person.
their strength can bring change to Syracuse and carry it out from the shadow of the Familia. Deep characters like Texas always have interesting stories. They share a part of their lives with us, and we do more than just witness it. We grow and change along with them. So, Doctors, I hope you'll enjoy this new story, So Long Adele. And
I much
once
prefer the
more,
idea that Suitor is
Happy
like very
4th
ancient.
anniversary.
I have a
The only way
insane
to solve a
theory
problem
that
is to
she's
clear all the
actually
obstacles in the
from
way,
like the
no
previous
matter
era
what they might be,
with
and
the
keep moving.
with the
Good morning.
with like
Just saying hello.
she appears in
What were
Alia's
you
module as
expecting?
like just this woman with
Rare?
red hair, and
Hello,
I just
everyone.
took that and ran
I'm
with it.
Emma Ballantyne, the
It's
voice
completely
of
insane,
Squire the
absolutely
Elegant
insane, but
Wit.
I'm still running with it
So
because
pleased
I
to see you all
genuinely like
here
Suitor, and
to wish
therefore
you a happy
I'm allowed to
4th
do whatever I
anniversary.
want.
As a core member of the LGD, Swire looks composed and has a warm and cheerful personality. As the scion of a wealthy Victorian family, she's blessed with incredible wealth, but also plenty of troubles. Swire gets to shine in the So Long Adele story with her water park project, which showed me a new side to her character. She has her skills and her dreams, but she's always been burdened
I'm sorry,
by the
I have
Swire
a
name. Now
I
she
have
gets to
strong
show what she
opinions on
can
this
do
matter.
for the LGD, relying only on herself.
Because I always get mad
I
on
think
Twitter
with
when
the help
everyone,
of the
when
Doctor,
anyone
she's
like
about
does
to
Suitor
unleash
wrong, which
even
is
greater
everyone.
potential.
And I just want to
I
just
hope
want
you
to take
doctors
hold of their neck
appreciate
and
this
shake
new
them
side
and
of
go,
her and enjoy
I am
my
I am a better
interpretation
Suitor
of
fan than
Squire
you.
the Elegant
You don't
Wit in
deserve her.
English.
I may have left my family's company, but I still deal in business every now and then. It's a way to build Lungmen, so there's no need to avoid the subject. And now that I've figured out what I need to do, I don't find my grandfather so scary anymore. Once you've made use of your fears, that's when you've truly conquered them, right?
We are one step closer to the truth of this land, Professor.
Oh, this is why
Hello,
they couldn't have
everyone. I'm Holly
they couldn't
Taylor,
have
voice
Spire
of both
for the
Airfiala and Airfiala the Veet Asker.
for
I'm
the
thrilled to
promotional
celebrate Arknights'
video with the
4th
live stream.
anniversary
It's
as
because
Airfiala.
Ami and Spire share the
Congratulations.
same voice actress.
You should already be familiar with the details of the event. Aya is our protagonist here, and at first she comes across as a girl with a severe case of oropathy and a grave, serious background who, despite it all, still radiates
Yeah,
warmth.
they're both Emma
But
Ballinston.
in this story, we get a deeper sense of her character, and she's stronger and more profound than we think. In order to carry on her parents' research and uphold her convictions, despite the decline in her health, Aya presses on to explore the volcano. The story shows us the love between parents and daughter, and their dedication to the study of volcanism. It's really touching. I hope the story will touch you all too, and give you a greater understanding of Aya's charms.
I'm getting ready to head out, Professor. Another volcano is about to become active. While luck is still on my side, I need to go a bit farther, a bit deeper. I want to wear the brightly colored ornaments and get to the
Volcanism.
truth in the hot magma.
Not
just
volcanology,
like my mom
volcanism.
and Dad did.
Alright, that's the live stream. Oh, God. I'm so tired. No, I'm not tired at all, actually. I'm just tired of being sick, if anything. Yeah, you are correct. Volcanology is the study of volcanoes. Volcanism is what she was talking about. Yeah. Activity of volcanism. Yeah, I was talking earlier about while I was down in New Zealand, I was greatly enjoying the one of the mountains that I climbed was a not active volcano. Just had lots of lava fields in it, and they're very rough and coarse. Just barely covered with like lichen and moss to help break down. But it's very pretty getting to see the primary succession factors of ecology. I also got to go into the side of some lava tubes. They were a lot grittier than I thought they were. But still, very cool. My boyfriend is very tall though, so he had issues with going through them, especially with a backpack. The ceilings were just too low. Alright, that's the live stream. So, yeah. I don't think I got any comments. It was nice seeing that the kitchen manga is coming out. So I might pick that up as well. But I gotta really check my budget first though. Because goodness gracious, I am not gonna be in the black for 2 months. And I will still be buying manga because nothing will stop me from doing that. I hope both of you enjoy the event. I'll definitely be streaming it. Once again, I'm probably not going to be streaming the later stages of the event. I might do the EX stages, but S stages are always just outstay their welcome, and I don't want to do them. So I'm probably not. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in. I've been playing too much Xenoblade X and Hades lately. One of my friends got Hades for Christmas, and so I've been just digging into their library and playing Hades. I would stream that, but I'm already like almost done with the first clear. But hey, I could do that. I'd probably switch over to that right now, but I have no idea when my mom's gonna be up and moving about and probably need me because of the COVID. So I'll let y'all go here and you'll check me out later. Okay? Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye bye.